Welcome to TaleTinker, where stories come to life. Discover magical adventures, friendly characters, and endless imagination, one tale at a time. Madame Whiskerly's Library. In the heart of the forest where fireflies light the evenings like tiny lanterns, stood a library carved into the roots of an ancient oak tree. Its windows glowed warmly at night, drawing little paws from all over the village. This was Madame Whiskerly's library, and no place was more beloved in the village. Madame Whiskerly was a small, gentle mouse with kind eyes and a soft smile. She wore a cardigan stitched from thistledown and a beautiful blue skirt stitched with cream-colored flowers. Her voice was soft, yet carried a certain magic, like wind humming through the leaves. Each evening, as the sun melted into gold, mouse children hurried in, their whiskers twitching with excitement. They scampered through the round door and settled at her feet, tails curling neatly beneath them, the library filled with the hush of waiting hearts. Madame Whiskerly would clear her throat, choose a book from the shelves, some taller than her whole house, and settle into her great velvet chair. Tonight she carried a book bound in golden thread. Its cover seemed to glow, as if it remembered their stories inside. "Stories," she began, her eyes twinkling, "are treasures. They guide us when we are lost, comfort us when we are lonely, and remind us that even the tiniest mouse can do great things." With that, she opened the book. The words did not sit still on the page. They lifted, glowing faintly, swirling into the air like silver sparks. The children gasped, their round eyes following the glowing letters as they wove pictures in the air. First came the image of a brave mouse sailing across a stormy sea in a walnut shell boat. Lightning cracked, but the mouse held steady, guiding his vessel towards a shining shore. Next appeared a kind mouse, sharing a crust of bread with a stranger, their tiny paws touching as light bloomed between them. Then a clever mouse solving a riddle carved on a stone gate. As she whispered the answer, the heavy doors swung wide to reveal a garden of wonders. The little ones sat wide-eyed, their paws pressed together, drinking in every detail of each story. At last, a small mouth, with a patch on his vest, raised his paw. "Madame Whiskerly," he asked shyly, "why do we need stories? The real world is already full of adventure." The room grew quiet. Madame Whiskerly closed the book gently and looked at the child with kindness. "Because, little one, stories prepare us for the world outside these doors. They give us courage before we face the storms, kindness before we meet strangers, and wisdom we face puzzles of our own. Stories remind us we are never too small to matter." She placed her paw over her heart. "Every story you keep here," she said softly, "becomes part of you." The glowing letters drifted down, settling into each child like falling stars. The children snuggled closer, their eyes shining not just with wonder, but with understanding. They whispered to one another, imagining what stories they themselves might tell one day. Madame Whiskerly tucked a tiny blanket around the youngest mouse, who had fallen asleep against her chair. The lantern light flickered, growing brighter as the night deepened. Outside, the forest was quiet, save for the rustle of leaves and the distant call of an owl. One by one, the children yawned, curled up with miniature storybooks in their paws. The golden book closed with a soft sigh, its glow fading back to slumber. Madame Whiskerly sat for a long while, gazing out the round window at the starry sky. She knew that somewhere, beyond those stars, every story, ever told still lived and waited to be told again. And as the last lantern flickered low, her gentle voice whispered through the room, "Every story you carry becomes part of you. And one day, little ones, you'll tell tales of your very own." Thank you for joining us on this magical journey with TaleTinker. We hope you enjoyed today's story and that it sparked your imagination. If you love exploring new adventures, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the little bell so you never miss a tale.